Good afternoon, everyone. This is Henry. As we get into tonight's video review, this will be the third time that I've had a focus on Bitcoin in these video newsletters, and I think that's important. While you may tune into them and feel like, oh, it's kind of the same thing every week, the more important point is to note that it is that, right? Because we're sticking with a theme and we're working to understand what's really going on. And in the case of Bitcoin, I was showing it to you for this very important proportion that was going to very likely help lead us into new lifetime highs. So again, having discussed this for a while, we'll remember that the 618 retracement of this big down move, essentially the weakness that you saw in Q1, right? The retracement of that move did have some importance there at the 618 retracement. We want to treat that as a decision, but you'll remember that this did a better job of getting above that proportion than the SPY did. And if Bitcoin is going to act as a risk on asset, this is a big part of that. So again, I like doing this too, I guess, because I'm showing you that this has been bullish here, but calling it back here, because to say it up here, it's more obvious, right? Now we are focusing on 4 targets, the first of which is the old lifetime high, and then the 3 that follow are your Fibonacci extensions that you see listed here. So I think that has been a very basic and simple chart, but still a great way of addressing a risk on asset, and that has helped us call the spiders, right? Because in a similar way, the spiders spent some consolidation here at the 618, but Bitcoin led. Bitcoin was above this well before the spiders were, and now we see the spiders clearing the 786 and respecting those same proportions. So if you look at this and you just feel like, oh gosh, it just cannot keep going up, I guess there's 2 things. The first of which is remember that it absolutely can, at least still into tomorrow, right? Tomorrow will be your monthly expiration. And to see these options forces at play can continue into that Friday, right? Essentially everyone that bought puts is just continuing to see those decay, and that can help the flow that keeps pushing markets up. So I think Bitcoin and the S&P are looking for new lifetime highs. I don't know when, and I don't know in what pattern, but I think the clearing of those proportions helps paint a clearer picture. After that, we want to come over and take a look at 2 others. So I've got Tesla for you, which I would encourage your participation. I mean, if you guys have any interest in these YouTube videos, to note down in the comments, have you experienced full self-driving, right? I am based just a little bit north of Austin, so in theory, in about the next month or so, we will be able to take those robo-taxi rides. Waymo already has a pretty well mapped out area, but of course the technology is so different. Be that as it may, and all technology discussions aside, we're doing the same thing here, where majors swing high to low, and then the retracement of that move takes us into a 618 at 383, and I think that's the short-term movement. I also think that if you come back and look at this off of a monthly chart, we are really just getting started, right? You can look at back the advance from about 57. We move up here into, obviously all of this being split adjusted pricing, but I think there is very much a way that this market is looking at this as a flag and something that does take us up into 563 and 600. So for tomorrow, I'm looking for a very modest move. 350 would work, but in time, keep those extensions in focus. And then finally, Netflix, which Netflix is interesting. We put this trade on in the chat room today, and we did it via a butterfly, which is a great way to participate in trades where you don't have to watch them every waking moment. I enjoy day trading, I enjoy scalping, but when we look at something where we're in the $1,200 butterfly for next week, we put that on at the open, that gives us some exposure to the upside, but it also gives us some positive time decay. So as we close here at 1178, we're basically right where we'd like to be. So I'm going to give that one more day. See if we can reach up there and grab 1200. I think that makes for a very good end of week target. And then from there, we'll see how expiration treats us. So a lot more to dive into the members video. I hope to see you guys over there, or at least in the chat room tomorrow. Hey traders, this is Henry with simplertrading.com. I wanted to thank you for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful. And if so, be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons down below. If you would like to also see me putting these ideas into action and trading my own account live in front of you, be sure to sign up at simplertrading.com, and I hope to see you in the chat room sometime soon.